Hello, hello. It's Alison, and today I'd like to talk to you about a subject that's very close to my heart and a subject that's crucial for your entrepreneurial success. And that subject is leadership. You know, we don't often think of entrepreneurs and solopreneurs as being leaders. It tends to be reserved for the gurus and the business magnates and things, but it's very much something that's key to the entrepreneurial journey. And of course, as business women, we wear so many hats: family, private life, personal goals, all of the things. And then, of course, when we're running our own business, we're wearing all of the hats. The challenges are ever evolving, and we often face real crossroads and crises that we have to step up and make some serious decisions in the moment. And leadership is crucial to being able to do that well. And like I said, it's something that I've been very passionate about for a long time. I studied leadership for a number of years. I taught leadership for a number of years, wrote a leadership book, I think in like 2014. So I believe very strongly in leadership, and especially our personal leadership, because I think that holds the answer to so many things. It's the key to us really unlocking our full potential, and also the potential of the people that we deal with. And of course, as mothers, we also need to really hone our leadership skills, because those young leaders we're bringing up, it's vital that we teach them well so they can be leaders too. And I remember reading that the definition of a leader is to actually breed other leaders. It's not to lead people and breed followers, it's to breed other leaders. And that's what we do with everybody that we deal with in our different circles: our buyers, our suppliers, our perfect fit clients, our audience. You know, all of the things that we do as part of our business involve self-leadership. Like I said, in my years of teaching and writing leadership articles and books and things like that, I learned that a key to self-leadership is confidence. You know, our inner authority, our belief in ourselves, our abilities, our products, and who we are. That is key. That's where that authority comes from. It's the absolute cornerstone of success. I remember a quote, and it was something to the effect of, confidence is not walking into a room and thinking they're all going to like me. Confidence is walking into a room and knowing that you'll be okay if they don't like you. And that really stuck with me, because we can be really sensitive to criticism and to feedback and to people's response to us. Whereas when you've got that inner authority and that inner confidence, it becomes very easy to come from a place of integrity and values, and you're much less influenced by what's happening. And that is enormously freeing. It's being able to carry yourself, to handle those difficult situations. It's how you build a strong mindset, because, you know, mindset is not something that's locked in. Well, for some people, if they have a fixed mindset or a negative mindset, we all know that's no fun. But a growth mindset is something that's continually growing. Your mindset is one of your most valuable assets in your business, because if you have a really strong mindset, you become very resilient. You can take the knocks, and there are plenty of them. You have resilience and self-belief enough to get back up and deal with it. So being able to adapt to change too, that's another key aspect of leadership. How we seize an opportunity when opportunities come along. So each of these are key ingredients to leadership, and you can see how they're also key ingredients to being an entrepreneur, which is why leadership is so important. Your mindset and your inner authority, that's what guides you. That's what helps you to lead from a place of integrity and values and knowing your strengths and being able to deal with the criticism and the self-criticism. Who was it? The Untethered Soul, I think it was, where he says, you're not the voice inside your head, you're the person listening to it. And when you have a strong inner authority, you can listen to those self-criticisms, because sometimes, we speak to ourselves in a way we'd never speak to other people. So having that inner knowledge and that self-leadership lets you listen to those criticisms and let them go, so that you can then harness all the really good stuff. And it makes such an enormous difference. And when you are running a business, having that true inner confidence is very reassuring to the people that you work with. I'm a work in progress like everybody, but I do strongly believe that there's always a solution, and we just need to go about finding it. And if somebody comes to me with a problem, I will do my absolute utmost to help them find that solution. And a part of that comes from knowing exactly who I am. And I know my business well, and I know how to run a business well, because I've built that inner authority. My leadership skills are very strong, and I'm happy to lead other business owners. So when you can build that, it will make all the difference. Setting goals and coming from your values or from your place of integrity makes it much easier to set goals. It also makes it much easier to stick to goals, because you have your word. You've got that inner authority that says, I've committed to that, and to honor myself, I will follow through with that. All of this comes together as your own self-leadership, who you are, what you do, why you do it, and how you do it. And when you've got that stronger foundation, the rest of it comes so much easier, because you know exactly who you are and where you are. And, I think it's Bill George from True North says, the hardest person you will ever lead is yourself. But once you master self-leadership, gosh, it's a game changer. And it really does make everything else so much easier. So I really do urge the entrepreneurs that I work with to look at those inner values and build them, build your leadership skills. Makes it so much easier to say no to a client you don't want to work with, because you're so sure of your values and working with them would compromise your values. So it's easy to say no. It makes it easier to grasp opportunities, because you know who you are and you know where you're going and how you're going to get there. So it's easier to grab them. It's easier to get systemized, because you know that by being organized and having things mapped out, that's part of your role as a leader. And by having strong systems, you're not caught up in the weeds of content creation and all of the things. You're actually freeing yourself up a lot of the time to lead your business, to grow your business, to scale your business, and of course, to lead and grow yourself, because again, we're always a work in progress. I'm very much a work in progress. I have a couple of mentors that are wonderful leaders, and they really help me to grow and build my own leadership skills. So there you go. I can't say enough about self-leadership and really honing in on your leadership skills. When you get the self-leadership down, leading others, your buyers, your audience, your clients, that becomes so much easier. And then as you grow and you do build a team, you're equipped to lead them well right from the beginning. Let me know in the comments, how strong are you aligned with your own self-leadership? And how much would you like to develop your leadership skills more? It's always lovely to talk to you. Have an awesome week. Take care.